For this part, I'll be showing you how to make threads for the screws with the Helix tool. This could be a challenging operation for reverse engineering, but for the EXModel, we provide certain tools to help you make threads like this. So we start with making, of course, the basic body with a revolving. And after you have this, the next thing will be try to adding on the threads. Of course, the first thing you want to do is to do a 2D sketch to get the threads profile, like this one. You can actually down it with 2D sketch by um, cutting the model. Then after we have this, we will be using the Helix tool under the surfacing, like this. So after you click the Helix, normally the first thing you want to do is to choose the axis where the helix will be revolving around. For us, it will be the axis. Or you can actually pick based on the cat. For example, we can choose the cylinder here, so the cat surface. And the next thing will be decide the pitch. Well, of course, when you're doing reverse engineering, you probably don't have the idea of what the pitch is. So you can actually use the measure pitch functions here. Click on it, and you can click to get the pitch somewhere around 2.6. You don't really need to worry about not click it in the line, because even if you click aside, you see it's still around 2.6. This is because it's actually calculating the projection onto the axle direction. So it's fine. It gives you a pretty accurate readouts. All right. We don't know exact numbers, so let's leave it like this first. And you can select orientation, of course. And then is the important part is that we need to select the start point and the end point. Well, for our case, the start point is actually a little bit tricky because you see that the threads actually fades out into the object. So what we want is we can start from the place where it start to get into the object, like here. And let's pick the end point as well. And similarly, it also goes into the object, so we can find some place like here. And after this, you will find out that actually the start and end point of this pitch does not actually match. You can try with auto adjust to make it closer. This is normally because the pitch number is guessed or is roughly measured. You can manually change the value to a more reasonable number, which for our case should be around 2.5. So now it's more accurate. You can click OK. And we can use the sweep function to get the pitch. Of course, the guideline will be the helix that we make. And the sweep profile, going to be the thread profile. Make sure you also check the solid. And we can take a look. Now here's the pitch we made. So you may already notice that we are not complete so far because we didn't finish the fade out part, and we didn't finish these part where it goes into the object. So luckily, we also provide the function here to help you edit the start and end point. First, we can extend the start point, and you can select the type you want to do. Natural is that it will keep going for at maximum another round. If you choose straight, it will just go in the tangent direction, straight out. And in our case, we'll be using the radial in. And in this mode, if you choose change the slides, you will be able to see the threads go into the right direction. It's probably easier to see it from the top. Change it until it fits maybe 47 or 46. Okay. And for the end, we can actually use the natural so that it can actually goes into the object. You probably don't need the full round. Just go until it's get into the parts. Like this. Okay. And if you double check, you will see that now it's actually fits our threads. Okay. Maybe we can make more on the bottom side. Helix. So that it actually goes in. Some more. Okay, perfect. Now let's finish up. First, we're gonna combine those two solids, remember? Select both and click on combine. And second, let's cutting the inner body. Cut. Okay. Then it's done. So this is how you can actually make the threads with the Helix tool and the Sweep tool.